truth that you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison for your mind.
Today I want to speak to you concerning how to manifest from the seat of your soul. And the seat of your soul is the heart. And so life begins with a vibration. And that vibration is a heartbeat. And as we know physiologically, that the heart is what pumps blood throughout the entire body. And at the time of death, you'll have your last heartbeat. And the time of birth, you'll have your first heartbeat also. Again, it's all an inhalation and an exhalation. For you will have your first inhalation at the time of your conception, and you will have your last breath as an exhalation at your departure when you leave this physical realm. Therefore, we are here to discover who we are. And when you discover who you are, you'd realize that earth is not a playing field, but it is a school or a university to learn about life and how to create. And so when we look at the story of Neville and his mentor Abdullah, we see that Abdullah was teaching Neville this very important truth of how to live from the heart and vibrate from the heart, showing him that the heart is the most powerful organ in his body, and that the heart was here first, that vibration was here first. And it's very important for each and everyone to understand that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. Therefore, when Neville wanted to travel to another country, which is the country where he born and grew up, which is Barbados, and he had no work and he had no money, Abdullah taught him how to vibrate from the seat of the soul, how to live in the feeling. And the heart is the place of your feeling and your emotion. And we all know that emotion is energy in motion. And so, in spite of what Neville's brain would have told him, based on the things that was happening around, living in a time of a Great Depression, he chose to live from the seat of the soul. He chose to live from the heart. And Abdullah said, live in the feeling of your wish already fulfilled, and in your imagination, sleep in your mother's home in Barbados while you are residing in New York. And as you walk the streets of New York, see yourself in your imagination as if you're walking the streets of Barbados. So Neville had to trust the seat of his soul, which is heart, which is his heart. He had to trust his intuition. He had to live according to his gut feeling. And that's why, my brother and my sister, it's very, very important for you to live from the feeling of your wish already being fulfilled. Forget about all the different circumstances and the things that are happening to you in the third dimension, and think fourth dimensionally. Live fourth dimensionally. And so whenever you're living from the heart, you're living from the fourth dimension. And that is why it is very important for you to connect the heart with your brain and let your heart control your brain instead of letting your brain control your heart. Many times people do things based on society, based on attachment, and much more. But when you do things based on your heart, it means that you are thinking for yourself. You're not thinking according to society. You haven't conformed to the system and the way that the system wants you to think. You have come to realize that you are in control of your mind and that you are the Lord and Master of your destiny, because you realize it is your own thoughts that is creating your personality and creating your reality. Therefore, you go within and realize that the kingdom is within you. And if the kingdom is within you, it must be at the seat of your soul. And the seat of your soul is your heart, as I would have said before. And there is where you will discover also the treasure. And when you live from your treasure house, you'll be only drawing out all the creative, imaginative wealth from your treasure house. And you will be displaying it in this three-dimensional world. So your environment will speak louder than words. That is why action speaks louder than words. And your faith is being expressed by your works. And that is why it says that faith without works is dead. And many people are trying to operate on dead faith because they fail to live from the heart. You cannot live from the philosophy of religion and politics and academic education and expect to vibrate from the seat of your soul, which is your heart. And that is why the people who have tapped into certain frequency and bring forth certain inventions into this world to help humanity, they went beyond the norm. Many of them, they were called crazy. Many people thought they would have lost their mind. But what would have happened in essence is that they would have found the seat of their soul. And so they live from the soul. And as the sun shines each and every day in its purpose, so too, they are the ones who shine forth in this world. And that is why you are told, let your light so shine before the world, that they may behold your good works and glorify the power, the creative power that they would have seen in you. It is by what you present or what you bring forth that would speak, that would be the light. And that's why I always say to you, the sun, as in the S-U-N, it parallels the human imagination. And the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. For everything that has ever been made, it was first imagined. It was first a thought. It was first an idea. It was first mental. It was first psychological. And that is why anyone who ever reads the Bible must understand that the Bible is a book of mind science. And that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. That is why it always points you to live from the heart. Live from inwardly and let it express outwardly. Live from the invisible world and let that which you create manifest itself in the visible world. When you do that, you're accepting the fact that you are a spirit having a human experience. You're not a human trying to be spiritual. My brother, my sisters, my whole encouragement to you is to embrace your higher self. Believe in your higher self. Live from the world of spirit. Live from the world where all things are possible. Live from the world of possibilities. And that world of possibilities lies within you. All things exist in the human imagination. Remember that you are the perceiver, beholding the perception. You are the creator, beholding the creation. All is consciousness. And there's just one universal consciousness. That is why there is no such a thing as hierarchy or aristocracy. The only aristocracy or hierarchy there is that of the spirit. That is why we all use one power. And we all use the same power to put us to sleep and wake us up. Whether you live in Buckingham Palace, in England, or you live in Rome as the Pope, it doesn't change anything. is the same power each and every one depends upon. That's why, my brother, my sister, my encouragement to you is to use that inner power to achieve your every desire by living from the seat of your soul, which is your heart. Vibrate from your heart and connect your heart with your brain and send your vibration out into the ether, and it will never return unto you void. It must accomplish that which you send it to and prosper in the thing whereto you have sent it. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, that's the most valuable lesson that Neville Goddard would have learned from Abdullah, and I'm just sharing it with you also because we are here to continue that work and to help to uplift and edify the rest of humanity. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I want to say if this is the very first time that you're listening to me, and what I'm saying, it makes sense to you, really resonates with you, I'd like to say if you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you haven't started following me on Instagram, I would like to encourage you to follow me on Instagram at Black Mad Guru. And if you would like to check out our work and Patreon, you can feel free to do so. And we have a course there. It's called The Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously, showing you how to connect with the sun that is within you. And that sun that is within you is that light that is within you. And you're told in Malachi 4:1 that the sun, the S-U-N of righteousness, shall arise in you with healing in his wings. And when you find the light that is within you, you will find true righteousness, and you will bring healing to yourself and to the rest of humanity, because you will discover also your creativity and your ability, your purpose here that you can use to help to enrich the rest of humanity. Also, you're told in Psalms 84:11 that the Lord thy God is a sun, a S-U-N, and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. Common sense will teach you that the sun has never withhold any good thing from humanity, for the sun is what powers all of humanity and give all of humanity its energy. That is why you need to operate with the sun science and technology to create your reality consciously. Also, if there's any other way you would like to support this work and you feel very much led to do so, we have a PayPal and the link is down below. Feel free to check it out if you really feel led to do so. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, thank you very much for listening to me. I want to say peace. Love you all. I'm out.